So the TF2 team has just released 5 new items into the game. Given how long it took them to do that since the last time they've released new items, I think it's safe to say it'll be a while before we see another set of new weapons. All we could do really is wonder what the heck they'll be releasing, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm only going to feature 5 weapons, so let's get right into it. Scouts up first. This weapon's called the Tracker, and it is a primary. The alternative fire shoots a rifle round, and on hit, it tracks the enemy through walls for 8 seconds with a silhouette of the enemy in their own team color. However, the tracking only occurs to one person at a time. The base damage does about 60 up close and about 20 from a long distance. The normal fire, of course, shoots a standard buckshot with the same description as the stock scattergun. The weapon is double-barreled, so it only has 2 shots, and it has more firing speed. For its appearance, it has 2 barrels set vertically with the shotgun barrel on top and a smaller rifle barrel on the bottom. It has a small stock, a rail, and 2 hammers. This idea came straight off the rifle my dad actually has. I never shot it before, but I'm fascinated by the uniqueness it has for having 2 different kinds of shots. I also like the idea of changing up the norm a little bit by giving the scout a rifle rather than a shotgun. The duality of the 2 shots I think could complement each other, but like any other weapon, you can't really tell until it's actually in the game. For Soldier, we have a primary called the Crater Maker. It has more knockback and a bigger blast radius. Airborne hits cause the target to fall downward with all of their momentum regardless of where the shot hit the target. It has less firing speed and you can barely rocket jump. The gun has a metallic black coat just like stock in most places. It has a circular iron sight, the handles are wooden, and the gun has a sort of padding mat for the shoulder with 2 belts holding tightly around it. Also, it's pretty big. Not like Cow Mangler big, but larger than stock. This idea came from me just having fun shooting people down, making them take a little more damage due to cratering, hence the name. I also like the idea of making yourself a ground soldier but force others to be grounded too. And of course to ruin a person's day with a nice shot to the face and then down a ditch. For demo, we have a primary called the Lobber. It has 20% more firing speed, an extra shot, 20% less damage, and 30% less range. For its appearance, it looks like a cross between a revolver and a grenade launcher. It has a hammer, a wooden stock, a stubbage barrel, and a revolver sight. This gun was made when I was thinking how we can make demo a little better around scouts. At this time period, I think I was being killed by a lot of them. With an extra shot, you could pull off more damage with a little more time and effort. So to make up for that, I made it a little more close range. But hey, long distance action for the demo is made for the Sticky Bomb Launcher. Oh, you forgot stickies could be charged a long distance? Well, I mean, I don't blame you. The only time I ever use such a thing is when I'm sticky jumping. For heavy, we have a primary that I call the Lawnmower. It has a ramp-up rate of fire from below 50% to an additional 20% in the matter of 3 seconds. It has an added 15% faster movement speed while deployed, and also has a 15% reduction in turning speed while firing. For its appearance, it looks very much like an old Western Gatling gun. It has 2 large wooden wheels, a bronze body, steel barrels, and a large noodle magazine at the top of the gun. The idea mostly came out of the time period before TF2s. Old West games, Red Dead, Call of Juarez, stuff like that. I've seen plenty of Gatling guns in those games and I wondered why there isn't one in TF2. In those guns, the rate of fire gradually moves up and then stops when it's fast enough. Basically, that's where it all comes from. Finally, for sniper, we have a primary called the Silencer. This weapon has no sniper dot, the shoot sound is almost silent. On hit, it displays a faster hit indicator on the HUD, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, here it is. That is what that is. The weapon also has a slow firing speed, or reloading speed, I guess, a slower charge rate, and while zoomed in, the player's movement speed is reduced by 30%. For its looks, it has a large suppressor, a concaved magazine, a large stock, and a long scope. This rifle is a sneaky one. Well, I mean, duh, right? We already have that, don't we? Not necessarily. The Hitman's Heatmaker is what I was thinking of when making this weapon, but I realized that gun is made for precision. This one is designed specifically for stealth. Sniper is an assassination class after all. How much better do you think he'll be with a gun like this? And that's it! That's all I got for you. I know all the weapons aren't exactly for a single class, kinda makes it disorderly, but nonetheless, I hope you like them. Speaking of which, like the video if you enjoyed, and comment down below if you have a similar idea. And one small favor before I go. Please share my content. I've been getting a lot of praise in the past few months, but not growing in the slightest. Please share. I'm not kidding you. It's the #1 problem right now. You're doing me a serious, massive solid if you're sharing my content. I mean, even Amino barely works. It seems like all the people there like my stuff, but don't watch the video. I think it's because of the thumbnails that are getting all the likes. But anyway, long tangent there. I hope you liked the video, and I'm gonna make sure that the next one is extra nice, just put that out there, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
What you want? You want some cray?